This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
From inside the Jenkins Fieldhouse on the campus of Florida Southern College in Lakeland, Florida, welcome to Florida Southern College men's basketball. Tonight, the Mocs will finish off the first half of the 2022-2023 Sunshine State Conference season against one of their old, longtime rivals, the University of Tampa Spartans, right here on the Streamline Sale Court. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jim Henderson. John Kristovich joins me as our color analyst. He is to my immediate right. Lawton Bauer is our producer. On our left, our camera people tonight are Billy McKenzie and Alyssa. And we're happy you are here with us tonight as we can see if the Mocs can finish the first half with a record of 6 wins and 4 losses. The Mocs are 5-4 right now, 11-5 overall. Tampa is 5-4 overall, but John, only 6-9 as a record. Tampa 5-4 in conference play. 6-9. Usually you beat up non-conference teams, but Tampa it hasn't worked that way.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. It's been a really interesting season so far for Tampa because you said it. With a record of 6-9, they're going up against a Moxon team that comes in at 11-5 overall. Usually you think, okay, that's a pretty big mismatch there. No, sir, not in the conference. It's 5-4 records apiece, which makes this one really critical at the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, it sure does. Now, the Mocs are ranked 9th in the Ducida South Regional poll, just out of the top 8. Of course, those polls don't really matter right now, but since we don't get the NCAA regional polls until the final 3 weeks of the regular season, including conference tournaments, we use these to give you sort of a barometer of where things are. And, of course, a week ago tonight we were here for an excruciating home loss for the Mocs, a 71-64 decision against St. Leo, and then they went on the road on Saturday over at Rollins. And, John, they got back to what I would guess is normal, 111-106 in overtime. And Jaden Booth, who did not play here on Wednesday because of a little bout with the flu, he just went nuts, scored 39 points to lead the Mocs in that game, a season and career high for him. And he was just magnificent.
Well, you had to have known it was difficult for him to watch from the bench. His team lost 3 straight, so he really fantastic. Understatement for what he did. 39 points, and not just that, the timeliness of these shots. He opened up the overtime period with a beautiful 4-point play. He was absolutely unstoppable from 3-point range, 9 for 17, and a career day for him. Like you said, they needed that so bad. Coming off a 3-game losing streak, huge win on the road.
Yeah, and E.J. D'Amberville, who had only 8 points here against St. Leo, got 29, which equaled his career high for the Mocs. He's done it 2 other times. In fact, the other time was this year up at Clayton State, and he was on fire, too, for the most part. And it was one of those games where the Mocs faced that Rollins zone, and they hit 21 3-point shots. They took 46. Unreal.
Well, that's one way to beat the zone, right? And especially if you're shooting the ball like they did. And then for EJ, it's business as usual for him. He picked up his 25th career double-double with 11 rebounds on the day as well. And, yeah, he had an fantastic performance by any stretch, and just overshadowed by Jaden Booth's career monster night.
Yeah, and, of course, anytime you play Rollins, you're going to have to fight that zone. And I thought they did a good job not only shooting the threes, obviously, but going inside as well. They got some really good performances out of a lot of people. And they also got and one of those guys really was a guard who played outside for the 2nd game in a row. Dominic Denny wound up with 12 points. And Johnny hasn't really been much of a factor so far this season, but boy, in the last 2 games, he sure was.
Yeah, and then the overtime win, he played just about 30 minutes in that one, and you include the extra 5, but still he put up 4 rebounds, and you said at 12 points, he had 3 of those three-pointers that we were talking about earlier. And, yeah, really a dominant effort, especially with 30 minutes of game time.
Well, the flu has been running through this team a little bit. Wes Bongiorni has missed the last few games, but he is here and dressed tonight. He will not start, but I'm sure he will get in. Trey Alexander is the latest victim of it, the Mocs' normal starting point guard. He got the flu. He started feeling bad at halftime over at Rollins, which is why Dom Denny got so many minutes in that game. Well, Alexander's not going to start tonight. Denny will get the start here for the Mocs, and it's going to be really interesting. Well, we see our Carl Van Gelder down there. He is with Mocs assistant coach Mike Macabika.
Hey, thank you, guys. I'm here with Coach Mack. And Coach Mack, Florida Southern, you guys are really good at scoring the ball. You guys scored triple digits last game against Rollins, and Tampa is not a great scoring team. You guys score more than 20 points per game, more than them per game. How do you hope to continue this offensive success against this team?
Well, they average 69 points a game, Tampa, that is. So it's going to be a tempo game. We're averaging 89, they're 69. It's all about the flow, rhythm of the game. We have to go out there and dictate the tempo, which starts on the defensive end. So we got to be really good defensively in the half court and in transition, rebound the ball, and let that flow into our offense.
You talk about playing really well in the transition game. Tampa only gets 4 steals per game, and you guys only had 8 turnovers against Rollins last game. How do you guys hope to limit those turnovers to create success on the offense and defensive ends?
Well, that's something we talk to the guys all the time about, is valuing the ball. And then when that ball needs energy, we've been talking to the guys about having positive energy, regardless. That's on the bench, on the court, and then offensively, getting that ball moving. Get everyone touches. Let's establish a good flow and rhythm in the half court with moving that ball. We did have 28 assists against Rollins, which led to us scoring 111 points.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Carl. Yeah, I mean, they really love to move that basketball as much as they possibly can. And when they do, John, they do get those open looks, and that's usually translated into points.
Yeah, and usually when you talk about assists, because Coach Mack brought it up, you see a lot from the point guard. But what we saw, in the victory over Rollins was really combined effort from everybody. Everyone's moving the ball well. Jaden Booth, EJ Damerio both had 5 assists apiece. You mentioned Dom Denny, who got a lot of big minutes as point guard. He came up with 6 for his own right. But yeah, that's a great recipe for success. 28 assists to just 8 turnovers. By the way, that's great stuff. Big recipe for success.
And, boy, one guy that we don't talk a lot about, but we need to mention it tonight, is Trey Jones, the big 6'11 sophomore for the Mocs. He played 16 minutes at Rollins, which is more than he usually plays. He had 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. All of those were career highs for him. And, John, I would think that portends pretty well for him to get even more minutes going forward. I guess we'll see how the matchups work.
Yeah, that was the case against Rollins. Rollins with a really big 7-foot center, Matias Silveira. He was a force, and great adjustment by head coach Mike Donnelly to put Trey Jones in the game. He ended up coming away with 7 rebounds, in his time that he got in the game. So, yeah, definitely a force. It's been a season of a next man up mentality for the Moxons, and he was certainly the next man up.
Oh, boy, I'm a little disappointed that Jaden didn't find that 40th point, because if he did, he would have been only the 4th Moc to ever score 40 points in a game. Now he is tied with 3 other Mocs who all had 39. One of them I remember really well. Not too long ago, Jonathan Lawton, the Mocs' outstanding guard. Yeah. He had 39 in a game against Lynn. The other 2, we really got to go back. Lester Wright, he had it on February 15th, 1979 against UCF. At that time, a member of the Sunshine State Conference. And the great John Ebling, the Mocs' all-time leading scorer, had 39 against Eckerd back on February 22nd, 1982. And those 2 did it without 3-point shots. So, I mean, if you think about it, and really, sometimes, John, I think there probably ought to be 2 record books. One for threes, one for non-threes. But I guess the equalizer is games played, and as we talk about E.J. Damberville a lot during the course of our conversation and where he is on the games played list, he is not going to play any more games than most of the guys who are all over the record book. So it all balances out.
Yeah, eventually.
Definitely balances out. Well, both teams are continuing their warm-up tosses here, and Florida Southern's 111-point game got the Mocs a little bit higher overall in points scored this year. They're second in the conference in Nova at 89.5. John, Tampa scoring just a shade under 70 points. That's a 20-point difference. That's a lot.
It sure is. Mocs, you said it. Top 10 in the country now with 90 points per game. And part of it for Tampa is they're scoring defense a little bit better. They're they certainly do a better job of limiting those opportunities. But for the Moccasins, continue to use their high-octane offense, put up points on the board, and hopefully they'll be able to get out ahead of Tampa early and maintain the lead.
Well, the Mocs are shooting 46.6. They're 39.4 from three and 80.1 from the free throw line. John, both men and women this year are really shooting free throws.
I was going to say, it's got to be something about these hoops here at Jenkins Fieldhouse. But, yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. Both teams in sort of similar situations. They had their 3-game losing streak snapped, which is good news for both squads. So they come in coming off of a win, and both teams obviously looking to carry the momentum, trying to turn their seasons here at the turn of the half season.
Well, Tampa defeated Eckerd by a score of 80-73 in its last game. So, as John said, the Mocs are coming in, or the Spartans are coming in off a win, and the Mocs with that big win against Rollins. Well, you can see we're going to have some singers here for the national anthem. We're about ready to go with that. Then we'll get you the starting lineups, and we'll get the show on the road here as the Mocs take on the University of Tampa.
The Mockapellas right here, Jim.
Yep. The Mockapellas with the national anthem here just before the start of tonight's men's game with the Mocs and the University of Tampa Spartans. And if the Mocs win tonight, before we get to the lineups, it will be their 100th lifetime win against the University of Tampa. It is 99-69 in favor of the Mocs. Well, let's take a look at the Spartan starting lineup. Jacob Harris, a 6'8 junior out of Ackworth, Georgia, is in the lineup, averaging 9.7 points and 4.7 rebounds per game. Micah Brown having an outstanding year, 6'4 senior out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, averaging 15.4 points, 8.3 rebounds per game. He is third in the conference in minutes at 35.7, so we're going to see a lot of him tonight. DeAndre Harvey's a 6'1 sophomore out of Daytona Beach. He is averaging an even 10 points per game. Other starters include Jesse White, a 6'1 sophomore out of Portland, Oregon, transfer out of Central Wyoming College, averaging 7.7 points per game. And the final starter is Tyson Leto, a 6'7 sophomore out of Chicago. Leto for the season averages 8.4 points and 8.5 rebounds per game. That rebound total is fourth in the Sunshine State Conference. For the Florida Southern College Mocs, a little bit of a different lineup. And starting for only the third time in his Mocs career will be Dominic Denny. Denny, as we mentioned, with those two 12-point games in the last two outings, has earned that spot tonight. He's a 5'11 redshirt sophomore out of Coral Springs. He comes in averaging 4.4 points per game. Jaden Booth, a redshirt sophomore out of Omaha, transfer from Nebraska, Omaha. He is at 19.9 points, 4.9 rebounds, 3.6 assists. And right now in the top 10 in 7 different conference statistics including the leading free throw shooter at 89.5 and the leading three-point shooter per game at 33.5 per contest. Other starters include the great E.J. Damberville, 18.1 points, 8.8 rebounds per game. He's the redshirt senior out of Dorchester, Mass. Alex Steen, the young freshman, gets a start, 6'7", 200 out of Panama City, Florida, Arnold High School. He had an 18-13 ledger here against St. Leo a week ago. And then we get Luke Anderson, a 6'7" redshirt sophomore out of here in Lakeland, and a transfer from USF. Anderson at 12.6 points and 5.1 rebounds per game. That is the starting lineup for the Mocs. Head coach in his 8th season by Mike Donnelly, 130 and 82 overall with Florida Southern. Coach Donnelly, 325 and 234 in his 20th year as a collegiate head coach. And speaking of multiple years as a head coach, the Spartans' Richard Schmidt will be in his 42nd career year with the University of Tampa, 729 and 423. He is 757 and 450 overall. He spent 2 years in the Southeastern Conference at Vanderbilt University, and John has been here ever since at the University of Tampa. And I saw a big story on him in the St. Pete or the Tampa Bay Times. Athletic director said he can retire when he wants to, and he'll stay until he wants to go.
He's been around for 40 years. He has seen a lot of victories over the Moxons teams and a lot of losses. This is another rivalry night. You know that he wants this win more than anybody.
So we're ready to go. Alex Steen's going to jump for the Mocs, and he'll go up against Jacob Harris. Sit back, relax, and enjoy some Florida Southern College men's basketball, and we are underway. And the Mocs get the opening tip, and Dominic Denny in front court. Mocs right to left in the home whites. Here is Booth and Denny. As they working around John, I would think, as we watch Anderson with the game's first shot, he makes the 2-0 Mocs, but I would think they're going to watch Jaden Booth like a hawk.
Oh, yeah. And the scout does not take very long on him. He's just an all-class player here, but Luke Anderson is too. They're going to look for him to stay hot. He's tapered off a little bit these last couple games. Good way for him to get going.
Spartans around the perimeter. Harris with it now, giving it up, and this will be Brown. And Harvey. Down low, knocked away by Steen, but it'll be gathered in by Leto. Leto trying to post on Steen. A little hard on the shot. E.J. Damberville with his first rebound of the night. And for E.J., career rebound number 815. We'll talk a lot about some of the numbers he set here tonight, along with the game itself. We will have Mocs Athletic Director Drew Howard. He is the AD and Dean of Wellness. As Booth with the first opening jump didn't get it to go, we'll have him as our special guest at the half to talk about the state of the Mocs on the men's side. Micah Brown with it now, giving it up and around the perimeter. It will work here. Little baseline drive won't go. Rebound Mocs, and Luke Anderson's going to get it. Luke's going to bring it up himself. And now he'll look for some help and finds Dominic Denny. Denny going through, he's got a running layup and scores. Boy, that just parted the seas there, and it's 4-0 Mocs.
He's so quick, and he knows how to read a defense well. He is wide open, took the lane, and finished with a nice little finger roll there.
This is Brown. Pass to the side for Harvey. Harvey for three over Booth, will come up short. Another rebound for Damberville, his second. Anderson again in front court with the basketball. E.J. with it. Now it comes to Steen. E.J. faked the three. Going to drive through. In the lane. Jumper. Got it.
Wow.
E.J. makes it 6-0 Florida Southern. John, does this look like the women's game?
It sure does. At least the start of it. And we'll hope it ends in a different way.
Working it around now for White. And again in the perimeter down low. That's Cat Harris. And E.J. slapped the ball out of his hands and saved a potential easy layup for the Spartans.
Wow, that was a remarkable play by E.J. Well timed, because he could have gone up immediately, and he chose better of it. I'm not sure, they didn't call a foul. They just called it out on E.J., so good play. 17 seconds to shoot.
So inbounds pass again by Harris. Back out it comes. And that's Brown. Dumped it down. This is Leto. He'll go up, had it blocked, and Steen. Boy, Alex thought he got all ball, but he'll get the game's first foul.
It was close. Alex Steen getting the start today. He's really come on, I think, these last few games, especially when we talk about players stepping up. He's been one of them. Had 6 blocks in that eventual loss to St. Leo the other day. Held off the score sheet against Rollins. Looking to get back into it today, though.
Harris shooting 82.4% from the line. Chance for the Spartans' first point. Not that one. One more coming up for Jacob Harris. Mocs women, I believe, got off to an 8-0 start, and then Tampa scored 7 in a row.
Yep.
So let's see if Harris breaks it here. And did not. Rebound Steen. And the Mocs will bring it up with Booth. Jaden around a screen. D'Amberville for Denny. Sees an opening. Kicks it out for Steen. Little spin, little up. Oh, nice block inside by Harris. Tampa brings it back the other way. Mocs up 6. Brown gives it up for Harris. And Brown, and they'll work the perimeter again. Who wants the 3? Leto looked. Couldn't make the pass. There's the 3. It will be in and out. Boy, that was 3/4 of the way down by Jesse White. Mocs back the other way, still pitching the shutout. Booth threw it to Steen, but I think he got a little bit confused on that one.
Yep. Yeah, Mocs still trying to find their footing, it looks like, a little bit here in the early goings of this one. Despite having a 6-point lead, both teams have kind of just trying to find a pace of this game. A couple unlucky breaks for the Spartans, as a matter of fact. So see how this game ends up going.
Harris for Leto, and now they'll work it.
Boy.
And Brown, quick by Brown. There you go. There's the first 3 of the game. Micah Brown will get it. And the Mocs now lead it by 3. Amberville trying to drive, and he's going to be fouled by Harvey.
That was the second time that we've seen that pick play pay off for the Spartans, and this time they get it to convert, but there was nobody there. He had all the time in the world to shoot that one.
So an inbounds pass by Denny to Booth. He fakes. Trying to go through into the lane, goes up. Layup didn't go. Rebound Leto. Spartans back the other way, down a Trey. This is Harris again. He cuts through. They don't give it to him. Leto barely got it over to Brown for 3. In and out. Denny the rebound. Mocs back the other way with EJ. D'Amberville with it. Deep 3. Short. Way short. And it's going to be a foul, and that's why it was way short. EJ's going to get himself 3 fouls, but first, we are going to get ourselves a media timeout. Mocs lead it by 3 early on here. Don't go away. Back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train long, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Fans would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Kwame Nofala. Dr. Kwame Nofala is a highly renowned dentist with specializations in general, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry. And whether you're looking for dental cleaning services or a full mouth reconstruction with dental implants, he can assist you. It's consistently making Lakeland smile. Well, let's go ahead and send it down to Carl Van Gelder. Carl?
Hey, thank you, guys. Coach John Lee really wanted his team to focus on exactly what Coach Mack talked about earlier in the game. Keep the pace up, keep moving around, and keep getting open buckets through just speeding up the game.
And, boy, right there, John, you can't draw a better play up than that one.
That's what they're talking about. It's great off-ball movement, and it leads to an open look for Dominic Denny. You mentioned earlier EJ fouled from behind the arc right before that media timeout.
Oh. And he's 0 for 1, which is a little unusual for him since he's at 86.7 for the year, 52 out of 60 at the line. And now 1 for 2 and 3 points. EJ is 4th in the league in that 86.7 percentage. Wow. And he goes 1 for 3. A little unusual. Of course, it's early game. Here is Jacob Harris bringing it up. Brown. Leto. And Brown. Leto with a screen. Dumped it down to Leto. Steen trying to guard him. He goes up, missed the shot. Rebound, Dominic Denny. It's his second of the game. He'll drop for EJ. And now Booth near the foul line. Jumper. Got it. Jaden Booth off and running. Mocs go up by 6.
Well, they're pressing him hard, but there's only so much you can do at a certain point, and that's just a well-executed foul line shot.
Yeah, it sure was. And, John, they really need to set him some screens to get him that open look. They did a great job there.
Yep.
So here is Leto. And Harvey. 3 from outside, in and out. Boy, they've had a couple of those so far. And Denny with another rebound for the Mocs. He'll stop. He'll pop. No, and the rebound comes down to Harvey. So we go back the other way with Tampa down 6. Harris, corner 3, long 3, no. Big rebound by Harris, fresh 20 for Tampa. Harris again, guarded by Steen, wants to back him down. Fadeaway hook, doesn't go. Rebound, Dominic Denny. What is going on? 4 rebounds for Denny. D'Amberville down, up and in. EJ with 5. Mocs go up by 8 in the contest. Deep 3 the other way. Oh, that'll go. Let's see a 2, I believe.
Long 2.
Yeah, long 2. That was by Harvey. Deep 3 by Booth. The in and out. Rebound, Leto. Boy, I thought it was going.
Switch the basketball, huh?
Mock lead is 6 after the end-to-end business here. Harvey in, and Luke's going to get a foul. Anderson will pick up his first, and it will be the Mock's second here in the contest.
Yeah, it's good end-to-end stuff. You can see the pace of play is picking up on both sides of the ball. Both teams kind of opting for their first look here in these last few possessions.
So Harvey will get some free throws here. He's at 79.2 for the year. Tampa's very good at 76.4. And that has, well, I should keep saying that, I guess. They're 0 for 3 so far here in this one.
Yeah, both the men and women for both Tampa and Florida Southern. Great free throw shooters.
And 1 for 4 as a team. And Harvey now with 3 points. The Mock lead is 5. Jaden Booth will bring it up for Florida Southern.
It's been a fun battle to watch. It looks like they're going to play Harvey on him for at least what we've seen so far today.
Here's Booth. He's open for 3. In and out. Rebound, Harvey. Driving on Booth. Goes up and no. Rebound, Mocs. Dominic Denny. That is 5 rebounds for Denny. Holy mackerel. Here is Booth. And EJ. The Anderson screen. Luke will get it back. And Denny and Mocs will reset. Denny driving in, runner in the lane, didn't go, tipped up by Denny, and it did not go, and a rebound for Harris. Working it around, White will get a touch there. Leto. Near pass. Here's Harris on Anderson. Back out, Leto for 3. Way off. Oh, and Denny hit off his fingertips. Mocs will get some subs. Trey Alexander coming in. And Wes Bongiorni, first time we've seen him in a while. Jaden Booth is coming out. Alex Steen is coming out. Connor Raines is coming in. And Dominic Denny is coming out. So head coach Mike Donnelly making 3 subs here at the 12:46 mark. His first 3 of the game. And we see Mr. Alexander with a little bit of a different look. He's got glasses on.
Yeah, he's got some specs.
Yep.
Looks good. Maybe he had a night class or something.
Harris to inbound. The Brown jumper is not good, but EJ's going to get a foul. EJ will get his first foul, 3 on the Mocs now.
Yeah, it looked like that was a long 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And free throws for Micah Brown.
Yeah, just 2 here.
He's at 80.6 for the year. Can get his team to within a 1-possession game. Needs 1 more to do that. Both teams have cooled off. Florida Southern only 5 of 12 from the floor. Tampa just 2 of 13, which I think says a lot about how the Mocs are playing some defense here. Good job that time by Brown to get both, and now it's a 1-possession game, and Alexander with his first touch. He'll bring it up. Connor Raines and EJ and Alexander. Trey into the paint. Raines Almost a travel. Alexander baseline. Dump down for Luke. And he'll shoot 2. Great pass by Alexander. And that'll get Anderson to the free throw line.
Yeah, good ball movement all the way around. Connor Raines found himself in trouble and evidently was able to get that ball off fast enough. And then they found the open man and Luke Anderson down low.
So Luke to the line. And gets the roll. For the year, Luke is 38 of 44, shade over 86%. He's going to be in that top 10, too, in the conference pretty soon.
Yeah, big improvement from last year for Mr. Anderson.
Got them both and looked real good doing it. He's got 4. Mock lead is 5. Here is White. Guarded by Alexander and now back out. It comes for Jonathan Bryant II, who's in. Down low. In trouble, there is White, and he threw it away. D'Amberville with the basketball. Here is Luke. He'll pop for 2. Got it. Luke Anderson nails it. He's got 6 here in the first half, and the Mocs go up by 7.
Yeah, good start for Luke, and a lot of times we see his production come from behind the arc. So far, that's not the case today, and it's a good thing to see.
Bryant gives it up here for Brown. Down low, and he threw it away. That's twice now White has cut in there trying to get a basket, and this time the Spartans turned it over. Timeout on the floor. Mocs lead it by 7. We're back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
When I was young, Grandma would cook for the entire family, and everyone would come over and spend the rest of the afternoon together. I can still smell Mama's skillet cornbread cooking in the oven. I can even taste the fried chicken.
We've kept that same tradition going at Fred's Market. People come from all over to enjoy our Southern recipes while being served by folks that are genuinely happy to see you.
Nowadays, everybody's in such a hurry. Life is moving so fast. That's why at Fred's Market, we believe that what people need most is to slow down and spend time with the ones they love. So come on down to Fred's Market and eat local food with local folks.
Welcome back. There is our score after the under 12 media timeout. And John, right now, the Spartans, as we mentioned a moment ago, as we get to watch this play by EJ, the great layup. Spartans are only 2 of 13. Mocs are 6 of 13. That Florida Southern defense has been stellar so far.
They sure have, and they've done a good job of limiting any kind of second chance opportunities for the Spartans. Really, 2 of these points were kind of given by Dom Denny off a miscue for his own right. But, yeah, 2 offensive rebounds, and that's not bad at all when you're talking about a team that's shooting 2 for 13. So Mocs are doing a good job of taking care of business on the boards right now, and definitely making leaving these shots to the outside. 1 for 7 from three-point range are the Spartans.
Bongiorni, Raines, D'Amberville, Alexander, and Luke Anderson in the game right now for Florida Southern. And Trey will bring it up. Looking around. Finds Luke. Here's Anderson. Stops. EJ. Anderson set a screen. And now Alexander. Cut off at the baseline. Bongiorni for Raines. Sets the pick. Drops it in. Raines jumper is good. Connor Raines off the bench. Averages 7-6. His first basket of the game. The Mocs go up by 9.
Well, Mocs have had success in that mid-range right there. It feels like that's where the majority of their points have come from so far, and they're hitting their shots.
Harvey with the basketball. And Harris. Knocked away by Anderson. Raines comes up with it, dumps down for Bongiorni, who scores his first basket in a while. Good to see West back, and the Mocs go up 11.
Yeah, excellent finish down low. He does a little reverse layup there, and a good find, too.
Missed about 3 games of the flu, and they said he was really down. Oh, nice pass inside, and that is goaltending on Bongiorni. Bucket for Brown, who's got 7 of the Spartans' points so far. 7 of the 10. Harvey has the other 3.
The 50th career game for Trey Alexander, and this is the first game that he's ever played in that he has not started.
Yeah, and that's interesting. Of course, he played at the College of St. Rose before coming here. Here is Raines. He takes the other jumper. That's off. Rebound comes down to Harris. He'll give it up. Tampa back the other way in a hurry. And Brown with it. This is Bryant. And now it comes to Harvey again. Fake the three. Runner in and bucket. That's Brown, who's got 9 early points here against the Mocs. Averages 15.4. Here's Anderson. And Raines. Alexander. D'Amberville. Cut it back. Trying to go through. Steps back. Little fade. No. Rebound Tampa. Harvey brings it up. Almost lost his footing. Mocs lead at 7. We're under 10 to go. First half. Kind of a low-scoring game so far. Brown, guarded by D'Amberville. Fadeaway jumper will go. It stayed in. And all of a sudden, Micah Brown with 11 first-half points. Yeah. D'Amberville going all the way down, and he'll jam. EJ with 7 of his own. And the Mocs lead remains 7 points.
Well, I think Florida Southern's done a really nice job of just pushing the ball up court, whether it's after a defensive stop or after a make right there. And that's part of the reason why they've continued to keep this deficit up near 7 points.
So here is Harvey and Harris and Bryant. Driving through, Bryant jams. Whoa. Big move by Jonathan Bryant. By the way, he averages 10.8 off the bench. So he is their top scoring reserve. Raines going in, stayed out. Luke for 3, got it! Luke Anderson with 9, and the Mocs go up 8.
Yeah, Luke's really looked good so far tonight. Got a rebound and assist, and now 9 points. He's perfect shooting-wise so far.
Brown with it. Bryant for 3, no. Rebound, Alexander. Here is Raines. Here is EJ. Around a screen. Long one for Alexander for 2. No. Rebound comes down to Leto. Tampa back the other way now. Bryant stops. Here is Brown. Boy, he's been tough so far. Down for Leto. Luke with him. Trying to post on Luke. Now he fades and hits. Ooh, nice shot by Tyson Leto. Averages 8.4, first basket of the game. Mocs by 6. Raines. Elbow jumper won't go. Whistle. And I think we got a foul on the Mocs. I think it's going to be on Bongiorni. And it will be the first foul on West. 4th foul on Florida Southern. We got an immediate timeout. Mocs lead it by 6. And come back for more here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
We never wanted to play games on pricing. We own the goods right, we sell the goods right, and we sell the best quality right. Anybody can sell junk cheap. It's selling quality at the right price. That's the hard part. It is all about the customer. It's all about making sure that they're satisfied. Even, we get into a competitive situation, there's one thing I hate to do, and I hate to lose, period.
There's our score. There's our time remaining here in what has been a really good first half. But, John, a little bit more of a low-scoring first half than I thought. But E.J. D'Amberville, he's been all right. So's this guy.
Yeah, Luke Anderson, we talked about him in the open a little bit. 9 points so far today. Needed him to be a catalyst to keep this lead ahead.
Well, let's go ahead and send it down to our sideline reporter, Carl Van Gelder.
Hey, thank you, guys. Coach Onley really told his team to focus on the defensive end, on the passing lanes that are opening up for Tampa. He really wants them to get a quick steal on a few possessions and try to get down the court on transition.
All right, very good. Well, we see Noah Lewis into the game for the first time tonight for Florida Southern. We see Denny and Booth back in for the Mocs.
To Carl's point there, Mocs have forced 3 turnovers. They didn't have capitalized. 6 points off those turnovers in the early goings of this one.
Tampa with the ball in front court, and this is Harvey. Harvey trying to go in on Denny. Little fadeaway jumper, and Denny going to get a foul. And now for the Mocs, that will be 5 here in the half. And interestingly enough, it's on 5 different guys. So the Mocs will take that.
Yeah, certainly.
So Harvey will shoot 2. He's 1 for 2 today. Tampa 3 of 6 at the line so far. The Mocs are 3 of 5. And Harvey now with 4 points in the game.
A rather unique 5 on the floor for the Moccasins. So Denny and Alexander.
Yep. They're small right now on the floor as it goes through for 5. Substitution is Jesse White back in for Tampa. And Brown will sit for the first time. Mox can't be too unhappy about that.
No, 4 for 6 and 11 points there in those first 13 minutes.
Mox with a 4-point lead and Alexander with the ball. Here is Noah Lewis, first offensive touch, and now Denny. Back out for Raines. Trying to drive through. Raines cut off. Fade. Got it. Oh, nice move by Connor Raines. He's got 4. Mox lead it by 6. We go under 7 to go in the first half. This is Harvey, and he'll work it again. That was through Bryant, and now Leto. Pick back out, gives Bryant the ball again. Trying to go through, solo by Alexander. Here's Denny. Here's Alexander. Layup. No. Looking for a foul, didn't get it, and Tampa back the other way. Here is Leto all the way in, and he will score. Tyson Leto with 4. Mox lead it by 4. John, that's a 4-point turnaround.
Yeah, I think a little bit of tough luck for the Moccasins.
Raines for 3. Got it. Connor Raines. He is firing today for Florida Southern's got 7. Mox by 7.
Yeah, he's looked good so far. All the shots have been mid-range or from deep, and he drains that one.
Deep 3. Leto doesn't get it to go. Raines for the year, his 14th 3, and we're back the other way. And Noah Lewis, I believe, is going to shoot some free throws.
Yeah, we saw Noah Lewis. He made a couple of highlight reel dunks in the win over Rollins, and he's getting some more minutes as of late here as this season wears on, and look good, and certainly it flashes.
So Leto will get the foul. That's 14 fouls now on Tampa here in the half, and 2 at the line for Noah Lewis. Transfer from Georgia Southwestern, played a lot there, and scores here for Florida Southern. Lewis is only 3 of 5 at the line this season, his 15th game, but he's only played a little over 100 minutes this season.
Warning?
And there's a warning on the Tampa bench, and it's on Richard Schmidt.
Well, they're really unhappy. They thought Noah Lewis traveled here on the play that resulted in this foul, and the assistant coaches were letting him hear it.
Now, I wonder how many technical fouls Richard Schmidt has in his career. Leto coming out here for Tampa. And Jesse White back in. So Lewis has got 1 more. And the assistant coach for Tampa, Justin Pekka, trying to keep Richard in the game, sort of. And a free throw comes up short. Harris a rebound. Mox lead it by 8, under 6 to go in the half. Remember, we're going to have Mox Athletic Director Drew Howard, the Dean of Wellness for Florida Southern as well, at the half. Talk about the state of the Mox as Harris deep 3 won't go. And guess who? Dominic Denny with his 6th rebound of the game.
Spartans now 1 for 10 from 3.
Alexander for 3, and that's way off. And the rebound comes down here for Bryant. And giving it up for White. And you don't usually see him miss like that, John. I wonder if those glasses are bothering him a little. Bryant for 3 comes up short. Boy, they are not hitting threes, as you mentioned. 1 of 11 from 3.
Oh, no.
And a block going to be called here. That will not be a shooting foul. That'll be the 5th on Tampa.
Yeah, it's interesting you point that out. To go back to the glasses, I mean, I don't want to dwell on this point at all, but he's wiping them off right now. It's different, especially in game situations as we see EJ come back into the game.
So Brown picks up his 2nd foul, and that's good for the Mocs because he's been tough so far. So it will be Booth to inbound. Both teams now with 5 fouls here in the half. So we are approaching bonus free throws, but not here yet. We got a whistle. Oh, there's a technical foul.
Yep.
Richard will pick up the technical foul, and he really is not happy.
Yeah, it hasn't really been anything crazy.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
In terms of what the officials have called so far.
So here is Jaden Booth. He'll shoot a couple. Oh, and right now, boy, Mocs are a little off. Booth is first in the conference at 89.5. Better keep my mouth shut.
No kidding.
Yeah, maybe I ought to do that. Booth now with 3. Mox will get it back here, a 9-point lead for Florida Southern.
I'll tell you what,
he's still going. It's careful. One more of those little 90-degree angles, and he's in trouble. Here is Booth. Looking, takes the shot, got it. Jaden Booth gets 2. He's got 5. And the Mocs lead it by 11, double-digit lead, first of the game for Florida Southern. Near steal as Harris holds on. Here's Bryant. Trying to go through is Brown. Brown through traffic. Fadeaway jumper is good. Micah Brown with 13 points in the game. And he really has looked good.
And now 5 for 7 from the field. He's been virtually mistake-free.
Booth dumps it down. Noah Lewis will jam. Lewis's first basket of the game. Mocs go up 11. And by the way, Jaden Booth now, his career, total for his career, he has gone over 600 career points. He had 101 at Nebraska-Omaha. The rest have been here. Bryant in traffic, shoots 2, and Lewis gets the foul. So that is 6 on the Mocs.
By 6 different players.
Yeah, by 6 different players, and we are going to get the under 4 media timeout. Mocs lead is 11. Come back for more here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Welcome back. Mocs lead it by 11, just a little under 4 to go, and we're going to get a chance to see when Jaden Booth went over the 600-point mark for his career.
Yeah, Jim entered this game with 596 points, and Tampa has done their best to try to keep him in check, but he's found ways to produce. 5 points today, and you said it's 601 now for his career.
Well, fans would like to thank our corporate sponsor, the Lunds Group. The Lunds Group is a full-service architectural and interior design firm located in Central Florida. At the Lunds Group, they are design for solutions professionals. They work with commercial clients in a variety of capacities that meet both the needs of their clients and stand out as exceptional solutions for years to come. Well, the Mocs have led it most of the way, but Tampa has just not shot the ball well. And again, John, I go back to what the Mocs are doing. Tampa's 1 of 11 from 3 and only 9 of 24 from the field.
Yeah, Mocs are just doing a good job of sticking to their game here. And Tampa, for their credit, they've stayed in this, and in part due to their defense. You know, they've done a good job of limiting the Mocs' chances for their own right, but it just feels like this court is tilted in Florida Southern's favor right now.
So here's Bryant's first free throw will go. One more coming up. He is at 84.2. This Tampa team shoots free throws well, just like the Mocs. So Bryant nails it. Tampa now 7 of 10 from the line. Dominic Denny will bring it up. He is the Mocs' leading rebounder with 6. Also has 3 assists.
Yeah.
Dumped it down there. Assist number 4 on the pass to Noah Lewis for the jam.
So we're having Drew Howard on at the half. We're going to have to ask him when these rims need to be replaced. Woof.
An 11-point lead for Florida Southern. Here is Harris. And once again, it's Jonathan Bryant the second. He goes in. That should be an offensive foul, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
It looks like the official's deferring.
Noah Lewis.
Yeah.
They got it on Noah Lewis.
Hey, look, he was
who will pick up his second. Now that's 7. So it'll be 2 here, but it will be bonus time for Tampa coming up. And Bryant to the line. He just hit 2 a moment ago. And we'll get a couple more. And he's 3 for 3. 5 points now for Jonathan Bryant, the second off the bench. The only player so far for Tampa off the bench who has scored. One more. And got them both. Well, I don't think you want to get into a free throw shooting contest, John, although the Mocs do shoot it pretty well.
No, they have the strength here when it comes to just 5-on-5 play, and hope to capitalize.
Luke going in. Layup missed. Rebound back the other way. Mocs looking for a foul. Didn't get it. Looking for a travel there by White. And here is Harris. Guarded by Lewis. Harris trying to go in on him. Fadeaway jumper in and out. Rebound D'Amberville is fourth. And he'll have it now for Booth. Booth for three. Got it! Jaden Booth, and he's looking for a foul. Didn't get that either. That's 8 for Booth.
Yeah, he doesn't need a lot of room at all. Just a simple pick there from EJ, and Jaden Booth pulls up.
Well, he is one of the best in the Sunshine State Conference, no question about that. First in field three-point percentage. Three-pointers per game. Well, that's just a battle. Something had to happen there. They're going to say Mocs basketball. Yep.
That's a good job by the official.
Yep. Well, Bongiorni back in for Florida Southern. We're going to see Isaiah Young for Tampa for the first time. And White will come out. Noah Lewis come out. He did a nice job. 2 jams here, but he was in the right position.
Yeah, he did good. And, he's playing with a couple personal fouls, but I think part of that is due to his strong defense that we've also seen from him here in this first half.
Mocs lead at 12. Bongiorni now and Jaden. He'll stop. He'll pop. He'll do it again. That's another 3 for Booth. He's now in double figures with 11. And the Mocs lead has grown to 15. Well, you just can't let him go, can you?
Man, it's not even a lot of room at all.
Yep.
No one else pulls up there. That's just a great shot.
A Harvey for Bryant now. And for Harris. Into the corner for Isaiah Young. His first offensive touch. And Denny all with him.
Shot clock winding down here.
Let's see if they know. I think Bryant knows. He threw it away. I think Bryant was looking for a foul but didn't get it.
Well, that was Wes Bongiorni. You see, he grabs all ball there, and it's knowing that the shot clock is winding down. The only thing he could do there was hope for a prayer.
So here we go. 90 seconds to go in the half. Again, stay tuned for our halftime show. We will have Mocs Athletic Director Drew Howard to join us. There's EJ. Boy, he had a chance for a 3 and then wind up threw it away. Young going all the way down, missed the shot. Guess who? Dominic Denny with another board.
Number 7.
Yeah. Great pass for EJ. Easy bucket. He's got 9. Assist number 4 for Denny, and the Mocs go up 17 with a minute to go in the half.
That's what we just talked about, is end-to-end stuff. Getting the rebound, working it the other way.
Here's Bryant and Harvey. Harvey again. And now Harris. Guarded by Anderson. Little jumper. No. Rebound. D'Amberville. Number 5 for EJ. And Denny. Little jumper. Nope. Rebound Harris for Tampa, and he's going to be fouled by Bongiorni, who picks up his second, and it is 1 in the bonus coming up now.
Yeah.
With about a half minute to go in the half. Raines will get in quickly here to make sure that Bongiorni doesn't get number 3. Well, Raines in for the second time and looked really good the first time in there with 7 points. So Harris comes to the line. He missed 2 earlier here.
Yeah,
has
good.
not scored today. Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah, he's another one of the great free throw shooters for this Tampa team. 4-year member of the squad. 84% for his career.
Tampa 11 of 14 now at the line. And 12 of 15. That's 80%. You'll take that every game. Well, Mike Donnelly wants a 30-second timeout to diagram the last play here of the first half. We'll go ahead and keep it here as the Mocs have a 15-point lead. And right now, John, that Florida Southern shooting percentage, as we watch Mr. Denny in action here, 54.5. When you get those kind of shots, you're going to shoot a good percentage.
Yeah, and Jim, what we just saw there is a lot of the rebounding for Dominic Denny. He's got 7 today. Some of them have just been by chance. What you saw there is because Denny's coming down with the rebound, you're affording other players like E.J. Damerville to get down the court. And so that's part of the reason why E.J.'s got 9, Jaden Booth has 11, is because Dom's coming down with these rebounds. There's no need to waste that extra pass. Players can just go. And that's a big reason he's got 5 assists, 7 boards, and a lot of the other guys got a lot of points.
Yeah, we have certainly seen that here tonight in many, many different ways. Well, out of the timeout for the final play of the half, it'll be Booth, Raines, Damberville, and Anderson.
And one more.
And I guess Danny. Yeah, there he comes. Yeah, he wants the ball. And he'll bring it up for the final play of the first half, we think. Now, they can't run it out completely. Tampa might get one final look here, but let's see if they run it down. It's what it looks like he wants to do. Everybody's just positioned and watching him dribble. And you can watch the clock go down with us. EJ fakes it, takes the deep 3, got it! EJ Damberville with a dozen. The mock lead grows to 18.
Last shot coming here.
And let's see if they'll get it off.
Nope.
Let's see. Nope, it's going to be missed anyway. And the Mocs will hold the Spartans to 30 first half points. And they will head to the locker room with a big, and I mean big, 18-point halftime lead. Now, we should get Mocs head coach Mike Donnelly here with our Carl Van Gelder, so we will see whether or not that transpires here. Don't forget, we will have Drew Howard coming up to join us. Oops. Looks like he is on his way down, so we will not have that. Why don't we go ahead and take a 2-minute break? When we come back, we hope to have Drew Howard with us to talk about Mocs, men's athletics, and athletics in general. All that coming up next on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Welcome back. We are with Mocs Athletic Director and Dean of Wellness here at Florida Southern, Drew Howard. Drew, first of all, thanks for coming on here for the second time here this evening, putting you to work some a little bit here. That score here, boy, this team has played really well here in the first half.
Yeah, listen, anytime you're up double digits on a conference foe, it's a good half and it feels good. We got to see the men put together 2 really consistent halves.
Okay.
They've been playing some good stretches, especially at Rollins on Wednesday, and they had a rough couple weeks before that. So it'd be nice to get a complete game out of them. So the great start, though, really, really playing well.
Well, we are in the winter season, and we're right about, I guess, at the halfway point of athletics for this 2022-2023 season. Fall sports are behind us right now, and I know in men's soccer there was one outstanding player, and I haven't seen men's soccer here a long time, but I'm wondering how good this guy Henry Topoven was, where he might rank among all-time mock players.
Man, I'd love to have Henry for a couple more years.
How about
here.
4?
Yeah, that'd be great. He was a lot of fun to watch and made the men's team really fun to watch.
Yep.
Our conference is so competitive in men's soccer. A lot of national championships out of the league. So it was great to see them competitive day in and day out. And Henry was, nationally recognized as an elite player for Florida Southern. So that was really good to see and a lot of fun to watch that team this year. And men's cross country had a great season too. A young team. Graduated a lot of talent here in the last few years, so it was nice to see some new faces setting some records for us, and they were fun to watch, certainly.
Well, I know that I don't want to throw a curve at you here, but this is something that I'm interested in. Topoven was a transfer. The new rules that allow players to move, how has that impacted college athletics, even at the Division II level?
It's the Wild West.
Okay.
I mean, it's it used to be in most sports you would sit out a year when you transfer, and it used to be if you went to Division I and almost anything, you'd have to sit out a year. But for the new transfer rules and with the portal, it's almost created like a marketplace for student athletes. So we are seeing more numbers in the portal. It's not quite – I mean, people – I think there's a public perception that the numbers are like tripled or quadrupled. And maybe they are for some Division Is, but we've certainly seen an increase. But it hasn't quite been – this monumental shift.
Okay.
Student athletes still want to be at Florida Southern. They want to compete at Florida Southern. We certainly have to utilize the portal to try to get some of the best talent we can to compete here. But we're not having a tough time getting kids to come and stay at Florida Southern College.
Well, nowadays, do you not only have to recruit new players, but do you have to re-recruit some of the players you have?
Oh, we talk about that every single week here. Talk about that recruiting, re-recruiting your team. One of the worst things that can happen is you get a freshman that gets a Freshman of the Year, award or honor, even a Freshman of the Week honor. I mean, sometimes that turns, kids start to look and people start to tell them, man, you should really be D1 or you should be this or that. So you definitely have to spend some time re-recruiting your own players. But to be honest, Jim, we talk about, retaining our student athletes and our student athlete success. Long before the portal was a big deal. Okay. Maybe we have to be more intentional about it now, but it's still something, we want everybody to have a good experience here, and that doesn't change just because of the portal.
No, and I would think now when you bring in new players, there's still going to be the academic students that you've had here at Florida Southern. Now you guys have been really, really successful at the academic level. That Division II academic success rate, 93%, 17th nationally. I mean, that is really good. And not only that, the fact that you've done it 4 years in a row, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's an award, the D2 President's Award, that we're really proud of, because it's an award that is you can't hide from it. It's everybody. Okay. It's all of your NCAA sports. It's coaches. It's athletes. It's faculty. It's support staff. It's everybody. And it's not a flash-in-the-pan award either. I mean, that's a 6-year cohort that has 93% either graduation or they leave Florida Southern eligible. And so it really captures the full academic picture at a school, and we're just really proud of that one. It's a process that's taken 9 or 10 years to get those numbers where we want them and to be intentional about it. And now we're seeing the fruits of that labor.
Okay.
And that's one that, like I said, it's one that I'm proud of for our student athletes, but also for our coaches, for all the support staff on campus. There's a lot of people that work hard to support the academics at Florida Southern.
Well, I also saw something else. I think it's called the D2 Athletic Directors Association. You had like 159 athletes honored in that. That's a lot of athletes. It's really a tremendous honor for the school.
Yeah, that's something the conference helps us put together. And we turn in student athletes that have, I think it's above a 3.5 or a 3.2 GPA. I think it's 3.5. But, I mean, we have years where we have hundreds and hundreds of kids who are at that level. And so that's for a semester. But, we have 550 athletes, and our average GPA is above a 3.0, above like a 3.2, and it's just slightly higher than the general student body. These student athletes know what they're doing. They work hard in the classroom and on the playing surface.
Yeah, I wonder how you can balance both and be as good athletically as you want to be, while at the same time knowing that the reason you're here is academics.
Yeah, we just brought Dr. Freeman on board. She's really helping us with student-athlete academic success. But all of our administrative staff, and we have responsibilities to support our student-athletes to make them successful in the classroom, from picking the right classes, picking the right majors, knowing when to drop or when to push through a class that you might be struggling in, helping them just stay on track for graduation. For a lot of our student-athletes who don't have to do much because they're just super sharp and have great advisors.
Yeah, I guess athletes, too, they are motivated and focused.
But we also spend time talking about, hey, how do you balance your time? How do you work on your time management skills, especially for freshmen or transfers? I mean, academics at Florida Southern can be daunting for folks. So we do spend some time with them as soon as they get here with, hey, you're going to practice 15, 20 hours a week. You're going to go to class. You're going to study. You're going to do all these things, and you're going to have to balance it all and have a social life and be able to,
all of that stuff,
to make
right?
friends and do those things.
Well, I know that being a student athlete here at Florida Southern is difficult, but they have really done a great job of it. But your facilities have helped them out doing that, and it's going to get better because of the Adams Family Athletic Performance Center. You know, I've been here a long time, probably I think this is 18 years, and I've seen that guy, Bob Adams, sitting over there on the far side of the gym here almost every home game. I think I've been to all of them. This guy has done something else for Florida Southern, both basketball-wise, but not only that, school-wise.
Yeah, Bob and Jenny have been really generous, and really, you know, the extension, Bob's family, Joel and Kelly, have been very generous to help support this project. But the Adams Athletic Performance Center it's going to be a hub for us. 5,000 square foot weight room, something we desperately need for our athletes. Coaches' suites for basketball and lacrosse. Film room for 40 people. It's going to capture most of our teams. Women's lacrosse locker room. Student-athlete study lounge. A recovery area for our athletes. I mean, it's going to be a hub on campus for our student-athletes and something we can really recruit to.
Well, you talk about that, the recruitment and the re-recruitment of the players we have here. Talked about a little bit of the fall sports, winter sports. Looking forward, you got a freshman player of the year coming back, and Matt Flamenspeck of the men's lacrosse team, nationally ranked. Got to be excited about that.
Yeah, men's lacrosse was so fun to watch last spring, and really excited to see what they do. Happy for Matt that he got that award. Even happier he's here. And we got some good leadership on that team. Coach Ward has done a good job kind of grinding to this point, and now it's like, let's see what you guys got. Let's get some wins, and they're going to be certainly fun to watch. We got to deal with, a team down the road who's nationally relevant, but, they certainly have made a name for themselves. They turned some heads last year, so excited to see what they do this year as well.
Yeah, and I think the baseball team did a lot of the same. Preseason polls come out. They're at the top half of it in another loaded field in the Sunshine State Conference.
Yeah, I met one of the new pitchers today. He came into my office, and I was looking up at him, excited to see how fast he can throw the ball. So, yeah, I'm excited for all of our spring sports, really. It's such a busy time of the year for us, but it's why we do this job. It's what we look forward to. Women's lacrosse, golf, tennis, baseball, softball. We got all kinds of stuff going on. That really is why we're here and why we look forward to doing what we're doing.
Well, one other facility, the golfers, Lone Palm facility, and boy, that looks like it's just going to be a turnkey for the whole golf program.
Yeah, so we've had a long-term relationship with Lone Palm, and it just gives us a home out there that's ours, that we can call ours, and we appreciate them partnering with us and letting us do that out there. But it's going to provide a clubhouse for both golf teams, gives them locker rooms, hitting facilities, putting studio, coaches' offices. I mean, they're going to have some TrackMan simulators in there. We're never going to see them again. They're going to go to class and go to the golf course.
I was going to say, that's
anymore.
right, because that is going to be completely moved out there, I would think. Yeah. Well, one final question. The Adams Family Center, I saw in the release it said spring 2024. You guys on schedule?
It'll be fall 2024.
Okay.
I think it could be done before that, but I don't think it'll be done and ready for athletes to be in working out. So we're hoping to break ground at the end of this, really break ground at the end of this semester, really see what a layperson like you and I would see when we say, oh, that's under construction.
Okay.
We should see that by the end of the semester, and hopefully we can get a lot of work done this summer and really make some progress and get kids excited. I mean, everybody wants to see it. Coaches want to see it. They want to recruit to it. And it'll be a great thing for us to have.
Well, Drew, thank you very much, both women's and men's. State of the Union for Florida Southern.
Sure.
Sounds like things are really going well.
We've been really busy. It's been a good fall, and looking forward to a busy spring. Appreciate you guys, and everyone's supporting here tonight. And, we got 20 minutes to see the men close this thing out, and hopefully we can get that done.
All right. Thank you very much, Drew. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Drew Howard, the Athletic Director and Dean of Wellness here at Florida Southern College. Why don't we take a 1-minute break? When we come back, we'll get you some stats. We'll get you second half action. It's the Mocs in Tampa, Mocs by 18 on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Second half about to begin. As you can see, Mocs with an 18-point lead. And John, I'm going to leave you with one number here. Prior to tonight, Dominic Denny's best rebounding game was 6 against Embry-Riddle in January 5th of 2022. He's already beaten that tonight with 7 rebounds.
I mean, he's dominant first half for him. Only played 15 minutes. You mentioned coming down with the 7 boards. Couple points to show, but he's got 5 assists. He's on double-double watch and only got 2 points.
Well, John, I would think as we get set to go here in the second half, Tampa needs to get a run going pretty early. 18 points is a pretty big deficit, and they're going to have to do some stuff here pretty fast.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to slow down this high-octane Mocs offense. I mean, I remember you mentioned sometime early in the early portion of the first half, it's kind of a low-scoring affair. Next thing you know, the Mocs are on pace for just about 100 points again. So a lot of that has been done, due to the fact that 3 ball's been falling as of late. They're 5 of 10 here in that first half. And the Spartans 1 for 11 for their own right. So big reason why the gap is as big as it is.
Yeah, the Mocs are at 55.9 from the field for the game and 5 of 10 from 3 for 50%. That will get you a lot of wins. Not a lot of three-point shots considering you had 46 at Rollins on Wednesday, but we'll see how the second half opens up. Here is Harris, Tampa with the basketball, and we are underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy some Florida Southern College men's basketball. Micah Brown with it for Tampa, and they'll rotate it around the perimeter as they try to cut into an 18-point deficit. The open 3 will be short, missed by White. Mocs with the board. Here is Jaden Booth, and Florida Southern with his first offensive possession. He will dump it out. Luke for 3. Got it! Luke Anderson in double figures with 12. And the Mocs up 21.
Well, that's something I was hoping to see here in the second half is Jaden Booth using the attention that he draws to leave other players open.
And a nice pass by Leto inside, and Harris with his first basket of the game. He's got 4 points. Mock lead is at 18 right now. And here's Booth. He'll go to Denny. He'll go to Luke for another 3. Got it! Oh, Luke is on. 15 for Luke Anderson, and the Mocs are up 22. Here is Leto and Brown. Still looking for an opening. Finds a little short jumper in and out. Goes out. Going to stay with Tampa.
Yeah, Brown was definitely the guy for the Spartans in the first half, so no surprise to see them leaning on him here to start the second. He had 13 points on 5 of 8 shooting, and had a good look there.
So it'll be an inbounds pass here for Harris. And all the way back out to Dominic Denny. Denny's going to go down himself. He's going to get a layup and score. Dominic Denny with 4 points, but 7 rebounds and 6 assists in the game for the Mocs, who lead at 24. Tampa around the perimeter looking for an opening. None there. Good jumper, won't go. Rebound tipped out. Who's going to go? Mocs basketball. Off the miss inside. We're going to see Isaiah Brown back in and Jesse White out here for UT. So Denny will bring it up. Mox in command right now, 2 minutes into the second half. Denny going all the way down. Faked it. Back to Booth. Here's Denny again. Little layup. He'll shoot two. I think they thought he was going to pass.
Yeah, well, not a bad bet, but the way Denny started this second half, he already racked in another assist, a couple points, and now he's headed to the line.
So Leto gets his third foul. His first player in the game with 3. And Denny will shoot a pair. Well, he's had a really, really good evening so far for the Mocs. And he keeps it going here. Denny for the year now at the line is 9 of 10. One more for Dominic Denny. And 9 of 11. I guess I jinxed him. Back to Booth. Missed the 3 off the offensive board. He got it back again. Denny should get a rebound for that. EJ for 3. No. Tip. Tampa wins it back. Here comes Micah Brown. All the way in, and EJ going to get a foul. His second of the game. And the first here in the second half. And let's hope he is okay.
Yeah, he got up a little gingerly. I think it's more so the frustration he got called for the foul.
EJ with 12 points in the game has 1,327 career points now for the Mocs. He is 16th all-time for Florida Southern. Needs 9 to reach John McNamara, who played from 1957 to 59. 1,336 points. Free throw is good for Micah Brown. 14 points now for Brown. And he has had a really, really good game here against the Mocs. 5 of 8 from the floor, hit all 3 of his free throws. And all 4. So here is Jaden Booth. He'll bring it up for the Mocs. Florida Southern in command by 23. Booth going down, stops, pops at the elbow, short, got a roll. Didn't look like it was going in, but Booth now with 13. Tampa quickly back the other way, and that's the only way Tampa's going to get back into this thing is to get down there in a hurry. Here is Leto, and he needs help. So he's going to take it himself on Steen, and Steen's going to get a foul.
A pretty good foul there for Steen, but nice job by Jaden Booth on the other side. I mean, we've seen every element of this game so far this season and how dynamic he can be, but the way he just stops on a dime there on the corner creates a separation.
So here's Tyson Leto to the free throw line for the first time today. Leto is at 62% and got the roll. So 5 points for Leto. Mocs are still cruising here by 24. And Leto hits them both. So the Spartans 4 for 4 free throws here in the second half. Here is Denny. Around an Anderson screen. And here's EJ. Now for Luke again. Luke's hit a couple of threes here in the half. Jumper is good. Luke Anderson is on fire. He's got 17. Mocs lead it by 25. Up it comes for Harvey. And Harris. And Isaiah Young. He'll drop it for Leto on Steen. Goes up and scores. Leto now with 8. He's a handful.
Yeah, he's had his way here in the second half working against Steen. Pretty good defensive positioning, but it's just it's a nice finish.
Luke wanted the 3. Passed it up. Denny fakes it. Oh, goes in layup. They let him go, and he takes the bucket. He has 7. Mocs by 25. This is Isaiah Young again. And Harvey. Booth on him. Leto with a screen. Leto got it back, but Steen got a hand in there. Going to post on Steen again and scores. Boy, nice move. Give Leto credit on that one. 10 points now for Tyson Leto. Here's Booth. Around the screen, dumped it down. Steen up. Great pass by D'Amberville. And Alex Steen on the board tonight with his first basket of the game. Mocs lead it by 25.
That's a good response, especially from Steen to finish that bucket. He's been getting kind of torn up here on one end of the court.
Micah Brown a little short on the three. And the Mocs are going to get the basketball, but first we will have the under-16 media timeout. Florida Southern dominating, leading by 25. We're back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Fans would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Little Caesars. Known for its hot and ready pizza and famed crazy bread, Little Caesars has been named Best Value in America for the past 12 years. Little Caesars products are made with quality ingredients. It's located in the Edgewood Shopping Plaza. Well, John, we're going to get a chance to see here. This was teamwork at its best.
Yeah, and the Mocs have done a nice job today. 16 assists on 26 made baskets, and this has been the story of it. You see a great feed from D'Amberville from Booth, and then a nice finish by Dom Denny. 7 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Or was that Steen, rather?
Well, let's go ahead and send it down to Carl Van Gelder.
Hey, thanks, guys. Coach Donnelly really wants his team to continue to keep their foot on Tampa's neck and just continue with the defensive pressure and to force switches on the offensive end for easy inside looks.
All right. Well, yeah, they really do need to keep it going because you just never know. College basketball with that three-point shot, the great equalizer. Tampa has not hit it today, but they can.
Yeah, 1 for 13 on the day from three-point range are the Spartans. But I'm with you, especially in a rivalry game like this. Moxon's trying to find their groove after a 3-game losing streak. They want to pour it on.
So here is Booth. Leto on him now. Booth dumped it down for Steen, who goes up, had it stripped on the floor, and Tampa going to win it back with Jacob Harris. Dumped it outside. There's the three, and it won't go. Rebound for Booth. Off the miss by Harvey. Mox back quickly. Booth wanted it, didn't take it. Here's Steen. Here is Denny. And let's see if he no-looks somebody here. Not this time. Booth driving through. Runner, no. Tip, no. On the floor, Tampa comes up with it. Micah Brown found it and brings it up. Brown with it. And now it's Isaiah Young. Leto battling on Steen, kicked it out, almost threw it away. Harris now for Harvey. Shot clock, a factor. Leto on Steen. Fadeaway jumper, got it. Boy, nice shot right at the shot clock. 12 for Leto, 8 here in the second half. Mox lead it big still by 25. Here's D'Amberville, or 23 rather, after that basket. Luke the jumper. No good. Rebound, Micah Brown. That's his fourth of the game. Brown all the way down and got it. Boy, what a nice move. Micah Brown's got 17, and the Mock lead is down to 21. Wes Bongiorni, next dead ball for Florida Southern. Looking for Anderson, didn't get it to him. Denny now. Stops, steps back three, won't go. Anderson got a hand on it. Who's going to win it? Tampa will get it back. Mocs have missed their last couple, and Micah Brown with it.
Yeah, the Spartans winning a couple of these rebounds, too, to turn things back the other way.
So here is Harvey. Mocs will get some subs. Next dead ball. Here's Leto on Steen. Leto goes up, got the roll, and scores. 10.5, 14 in the game. And Jaden Booth back the other way.
Yeah, they're really going to need to find an answer for Leto, especially here in the second half. He's been perfect for the Spartans.
Mock lead is down to 19. Like we said, this thing is not over. EJ going to go in. He'll get the layup. Hard tip up and in by Alex Steen. Steen on the weak side stayed there, and the Mock lead is back to 21. Quickly down is Brown. Micah Brown dumped it off. Harris looked like he won the three. Little short jumper won't go. Oh, EJ with a man-sized rebound is 7th. All the way down for Booth. Up. Oh, he had it blocked. And no call. Back the other way comes Tampa. Young gives it up. Harvey driving into the paint. Probably walked and scored. Wow.
Yeah, he definitely did because Steen got a hand in on there, and he had no choice but to walk. But it's neither here nor there. Still 19-point game.
Harvey with 7 now. Here's Denny. And Jaden. Looking, deep three. Got it! Jaden Booth gets another one. He's got 16, and we are going to go to a media timeout with Florida Southern leading by 22. There'll be a whole bunch of new guys coming in, and we'll pick those up when we come back on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train long, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Fans would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Jimmy John's. At Jimmy John's, they don't make sandwiches. They make the sandwich of sandwiches. The flavors of fresh veggies combined with hand-sliced meats and fresh-baked bread is what makes Jimmy John's a sandwich of sandwiches. You can check out the local Jimmy John's downtown in Lakeland and on South Florida Avenue. Well, there's our score, and this is one of those weeks, very unusual this year so far, where we will actually have a home game on Saturday after tonight. Florida Tech will be in. The Panthers will be here for women and men's basketball, 5:30 for the women and 7:30 for the men, and we hope you can join us for that.
Yeah, that should be a really fun one. This week particularly fun. Always good when these two teams get together. But Florida Tech is 6-3 in the conference this season and 13-4 overall. So things are starting to shake up really in the 2-11 positions in the conference.
Well, one of the Panthers' losses was to Florida Southern, a great second half over in Melbourne. Made it a Mocs victory that day, and I know the Panthers have not forgotten. And I remember looking at their roster and everything, a lot of guys whose names I recognize. They are really a veteran team. Here is Young. He gets it in front court. Mocs showing some token pressure. Alexander is in. Bongiorni is in, and Raines is in. So the Mocs make 3 subs. Young picks up his dribble and now finds Micah Brown. He's had a good one. 17, steps back on EJ, missed it. Rebound Booth. Mocs will move it up the floor. Here is D'Amberville. Waiting for the screen. Bongiorni down. Tried to get the jam. Didn't work. And they'll go back the other way. This is Brown. In traffic. Bongiorni tied him up, and I think they're going to get a foul. So Bongiorni with 3, and now we get another timeout called here, an immediate timeout, I believe it is. Mocs by 22. We're back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Fans would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Mid-Florida Credit Union. If you're looking for a bank in Lakeland, look to Mid-Florida Credit Union. You'll find personal and business banking products, convenient locations, and secure online access. Well, John, you've got at least one big score here in the Sunshine State Conference. It is a huge game.
Yeah, Jim, 4 of the games going on tonight. Nova Southeastern and Embry-Riddle. The Eagles have a 43-40 lead at the start of the second half. And this is something we've seen at Nova Southeastern. They can have one bad half and then still break you open for a big game. Another news, Florida Tech's up on Eckerd 63-53. Barry leads PBA 54-52. And St. Leo leads Rollins 75-68 with only 7 minutes to go in that one. So really good action all around the state.
Yeah, it sure is. And, boy, that Nova Embry-Riddle game, that is at Embry-Riddle. And Nova, number 2 in the nation, undefeated. It'll be interesting to see if they get out of there with a win.
Yeah, that Eagles team is very good.
Yes, they are. And Leto, I guess it's going to be a foul inside on Noah Lewis. We'll check. Yes, it will. Lewis will pick up the foul. So that'll be 3 on him. So the Mocs now have 2 players with 3, Wes and Noah Lewis. And I don't believe it'll be a shooting foul. We'll see. Looks like not. So it's going to be inbounded by Harvey after they do some mop-up duty here. Yeah, keep us posted on that one. That was interesting. We'll see whether Nova's will finally lose. Nova's coming here, in fact, a week from Saturday. That should be a great one. Tampa on the inbounds pass. Has it with Brown. The jumper won't go. Rebound Noah Lewis. Outlet to Trey Alexander. Alexander on the move here for the Mocs. Trying to go down. Can't do it. Back out for D'Amberville. Here is Lewis, and now for Connor Raines. Raines had a really good early part of the game. EJ for 3, short. Air ball, and it's going out. And the ball will come back here to the University of Tampa. Tampa will get Jesse White back into the game. Sitting down will be Isaiah Young. Mock lead is 22. Florida Southern with 3 in double figures right now. Leading the way is Luke Anderson with 17. Luke's career high is 26 against Post here in the Christmas tournament. Layup is up, no good. The miss in there by Harvey. D'Amberville with another rebound. That's 8 for EJ. Booth dumps it for EJ. Wants to drive, going in. Oh, stripped and a foul. I think he'll shoot some free throws.
Yeah, went to the line earlier and went 1 of 2, so we'll see how he fares here.
So it's on Leto. So he is the first player now with 4 fouls in the game. So D'Amberville will come to the free throw line. Again, one of the best free throw shooters in the conference. And he is not having a free throw night, only 1 of 4 so far. So here's Jacob Harris back in, and White will again sit. 1 more for EJ. Came in 8th in points, 2nd in rebounds, and 5th in minutes played, 34.4 per game. In fact, John, the last 2 games, because it was an overtime, he had 80 minutes. That's 2 40s. Yeah. But actually, as he hits the second free throw, he had 44 minutes at Rollins in that overtime game of 45 minutes.
He's a warrior.
Oh, he sure is. And you got to be in shape to do that. Leto guarded by Noah Lewis. He'll go in, and he lost the ball out of bounds. Oh, Lewis knocked it away. I think the Mocs thought he just knocked it out himself. But they will not win that battle. So Harris will inbound it here. Under 10 to go. To Leto. Lewis on him, little fade jumper. Got the roll. Boy, he's tough. 16 now for Tyson Leto. Double his season average. It's 8.4. Booth for Raines. Driving through, dumped it down. Lewis the jam. Great pass by Raines. And Lewis with his 3rd jam of the night.
He just got that spark. It's good to see. An excellent look there and a beautiful finish.
Here is Leto. He'll take the jumper from outside. No good this time. D'Amberville with another board, number 9 in the game. Alexander going all the way down. Dumped it to Lewis. 1 more time. 8 for Noah Lewis. All jams. Mocs by 25 under 9 to go.
Wow.
Yes. Working the ball around is Tampa. Lewis right now, that is his season high here at Florida Southern. Leto, a block on Noah Lewis. who now has 4. Lewis's previous high was 7 against Rollins on Sunday, or Saturday rather. But how about this? His career high is 20 against Albany State and on Christmas Eve of 2020 while playing for Georgia Southwestern.
Yeah, but the more minutes that he gets, and you can see what he brings to the table.
Brown missed the shot. Damberville another board. He's in double figures now with 10. Alexander almost lost it, somehow found Raines. Kicked it out for Trey. And a traveling violation called.
Well, my point was there. I mean, with the more minutes that Noah Lewis gets and he finds his way into this system, I feel like we're going to be due for a game like that where he's able to go off for double digits plus.
Well, how about this? Turnover number 3 in the game for Florida Southern.
Wow.
And we are 30 minutes plus in.
We talked about they only had 8.
Into Micah Brown. He finds the opening and scores.
They only had 8 in the victory over Rollins, and that was in overtime too. So it's similar style pace today.
Booth for 3, in and out. Rebound Micah Brown. Boy, he's done everything tonight. 6 rebounds now for Brown. 19 points. And he has been tough. Around the Leto screen. He wants a shot. No, he's going to go to Leto instead. And the ball's out of bounds. Turnover. And that's only the Spartans' 7th turnover.
Yeah.
John, this is a game where there have not been many so far. Under 8 media timeout. Mocs lead it by 23. And we're back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. There's our score time remaining. Mocs in control here, looking for win number 12 and trying to finish a first half of the conference at 6-4. And this has just been great teamwork. And Noah Lewis, John, has been on the end of it 4 different times.
Yeah, especially in a rivalry game like this. And you got a packed house. You know, these jams are certainly part of the momentum movers for the Mocs. They've held a pretty hefty lead for the majority of the second half, well above 20 points for most of it. So those kind of plays that just reinvigorate the offense and, again, shows what he brings to the table.
Well, Fans GMF Steel Group has built Harry Potter World, Toy Story Landing, Moffett Cancer Center, and much more. But they pride themselves in building A-level talent throughout the company. GMF is proud to be a major sponsor of Florida Southern Athletics and is excited to partner with the Mocs. Here is Alexander, Florida Southern with the ball. Again, the lead is 23. They have maintained it here in the second half. Jaden faked the 3. He'll step back and finds EJ. Deep 3. In and out, no good. Boy, that looked like it was going to go. Leto with his 6th rebound of the game for Tampa. Driving through again is Harvey. He has been busy. And lost the ball. Here comes Booth. Let's see, he's going to stop. He's going to look. He goes into EJ. And now back out for Booth for 3. Got it. Jaden Booth nails the 3. 19 tonight for Mr. Booth, and the Mocs up 26.
And it feels like it's a quiet night for Booth.
Yeah,
Still 19.
Exactly. Here is Harris. Leto deep outside. Ooh, this guy, Tyson Leto, has shown a few things here tonight. 18 points for him. Down low, Alexander missed the layup. Great pass inside, just didn't go. Here is Harris back the other way. Knocked away. Tampa gets it back, though. Brown for 3. No, tipped out, but tipped to Tampa. Brown again. Harris, baseline up. Tried to jam, foul, and let's see if it's Lewis. I don't think so, but we'll see. Nope, it will be Raines. So that's 6 now on the Mocs. In fact, Tampa with only 2 fouls here in the second half so far. 2 free throws for Harris, who was 2 of 4, and now 3 of 5. Hit his last 3 after missing his first 2. Dominic Denny, Luke Anderson back. Trey Alexander, Noah Lewis out. Jesse White back in for Tampa, and DeAndre Harvey out. And 1 more free throw for Harris. And got them both. So Harris with 6 now. And Booth will bring it up. 22-point Mock lead, a little over 6 to go. Rains for 3. Rainbow 3 doesn't go. Rebound for Jesse White. Tampa back the other way as we approach 6 minutes to go. Brown gives it up. And here is Brown again. Guarded by Booth. Been a good battle. And shot is blocked. Great block, but Leto got it back. Turn jumper, no. Rebound, D'Amberville. Number 11 for EJ. Boy, he has been busy and active on the boards. Anderson lost it, got it back. Here is Booth. He stops. Well, he wanted to pop, but he goes in for EJ, who scores. What a pass. What a pass. EJ now with 15. Mox by 24. Brown at the left elbow doesn't go, and there's EJ again, number 12. Wow. I think he just passed John McNamara. We'll have to look at that. Deep 3 by Booth. No, not this time, and Leto the rebound. And so we go back the other way. Rebounds. Well, this will be interesting. He's not going to catch the guy in front of him. He's 7th all time now with 826. And a foul going to be called on Raines. The guy who is ahead of him is someone that we know only too well. Brett Hansen. 844 career rebounds for Brett, 6th all time in Florida Southern history. And by the way, he was a 6'2 guard. Tremendous player. So here's Harris to the line. He's hit 4 straight free throws now. And make it 5. Donovan Smith in for the first time. Jaden Booth coming out. That might be it for him. We'll see. He has 19 points in the game. So Donovan Smith will get a few minutes here. Again, another game here on Saturday against Florida Tech. And Harris now has found the range, 6 consecutive free throws. Mock's lead is 22. Yeah. Dominic Denny travels. You feel like the game is just sort of slowed down and a lot of possessions. Not. Yep. That's what happens when you get ahead.
Yeah, I think especially for the Moxons, it's probably still going to be close to 100 points by the end of this one, but you're right. Both teams kind of use a lot more of the shot clock, even though Tampa's kind of in do-or-die mode now.
Leto, corner, 3 won't go by Bryant. Rebound Anderson, Mox back the other way. Florida Southern winning the second half, 32-28. Here is Denny. He sees another opening, goes up, layup is good. Boy, I don't know why they let him go, but they do, and he doesn't miss. 9 for Dominic Denny now. And the Mock lead again is 24. Down low, that's a good pass, but a good play by Raines to knock it out. So Tampa will get Young back in here momentarily.
Yeah, regardless of how Denny's stat line finishes, he's a 9.86 right now through 25 minutes. A really impressive day for him.
Oh, he has. Into the corner for Young off the inbounds. Almost lost it, got it back. Here's Leto, now Anderson on him. Leto's shot is blocked, and Luke will foul him, puts his hand up.
Boy, I tell you what, Leto could not get his 5th foul fast enough.
Yeah. Well, so he's had a great game. He's 8 of 14 at the line, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 30 minutes of action, and he'll get a couple here. Free throw-wise, he has been 2 for 4 so far. And 3 for 5.
I think the Spartans are going to end up kind of looking back on what could have been. They've done a nice job here in this second half, more so than they did in the first. But Leto was nowhere really to be found in the first half.
And missed it. D'Amberville, another board, his 13th of the game. Here is Donovan Smith. He steps back. Boy, he wants it. There it is. Nope. Rebound comes down to Leto. D'Amberville's high in rebounds this season is 15 against Flagler. And that was back in the Hall of Fame Classic, and Leto will go to the line. And Luke will get another foul. So we're looking now, John, I think it's 4, 7, maybe 9 fouls on Leto, that he's had 9 different attempts at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get immediate timeout. When we come back, Trey Jones will enter for Florida Southern. Mocs lead it by 23 here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Welcome back. 3:45 to go. Mocs in command. Well, fans, would like to thank our corporate sponsor, Walk-On Sports Bistro. Walk-Ons is a place where over-the-top enthusiasm and culture is the daily norm. For authentic, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, prepared fresh, including seafood, traditional Cajun cuisine, and burgers built for two hands, Walk-Ons is your place. Located on North 98 in front of the Lakeland Square Mall. So an inbounds pass, or other free throws coming up, rather, for Leto. You know, I figured, John, it looks like maybe 9 different times he's been fouled in the game. And he just continues to make free throws.
Yeah.
He just makes everything right now. He averages, by the way, 8.4 points per game. His 8.5 rebounds per game is 4th best in the conference.
Yeah, that part of it you kind of expected, but a 21-point outing, including the outburst he's had, especially here in the second half, has kept Tampa even relatively in it, although it's probably a little too much, or a little too late.
So here is Trey Jones with his first touch, down low to EJ. To West, he goes up, layup good. Nice job by Bongiorni. He's got 4 points now, and the Mocs lead remains at 23 as we tick down the clock here, getting closer to 3 minutes to go. Tampa made a substitution. Zach Simpson is in for the first time. Here is Jonathan Bryant, the second on the jumper by the elbow. No. Trey Jones with his first rebound. EJ going to run up. Oh, they're going to say it's out of bounds. I thought he got fouled. And no call is the call. And Mike Donnelly is really unhappy. I mean, if the game was close, you'd really be furious.
Yeah, that was odd. What's weird is the referee flashed up 2-0 as in set the shot clock to 20.
Yep.
That's what I was like, what you do there? Either way, like you said, it's a closer game and probably raise a little bit more of a fuss.
So here's Brown as we go under 3 to go. Almost lost it. Bongiorni on him now. Leto going against Trey Jones. Step back. Nope. Rebound. D'Amberville. That's 14. We see Ferris Cabalawi getting up, getting ready to come in. Riley Bacino as well. Here is D'Amberville for 3. He got it. EJ with 18. And the Mocs lead grows to 26. And the bench will pretty much be cleared coming back out to the next dead ball. And it's going to happen right now as Bongiorni gets the foul. His 4th foul in the game. So a couple free throws for Micah Brown, who has 19 points. Brown is 4 for 4 from the line today. So we'll get subs after the first free throw. Well, Micah Brown hits the 20-point mark. Here comes Ferris Cabalawi and Riley Bacino. E.J. D'Amberville and Dominic Denny coming out. So E.J.'s going to finish with 18 points and 14 rebounds. 1 off his season high. And Brown gets them both for 21 points. Here's Bacino, will bring it up. Guarded by Zach Simpson. And Donovan Smith stops, pops, No good. Rebound. Cavallari with a bucket. There's Cavallari. Had a 9-point game here earlier this year. He gets the Mocs an even bigger lead.
And very intuitive, too. He had kind of a broken play, and he gets a rebound and puts it right back up.
9-5-2 against the University of Fort Lauderdale here in the Christmas tournament. Getting his chance again here tonight and making the most of it. Bryant, near steal by Donovan Smith, and a foul by Donovan Smith. Mocs are in foul trouble here, but not really, not when you're winning by they are. It's 10-team fouls, so free throws coming up here. And it looks like Isaiah Young will get him. Donovan Smith will get his first. Young on the board with his first point. We're going to see Babatunde Ajike going to get a chance to play coming out for Bongiorni. Big hand from the fans. He has been saddled with knee problems, and he's going to get a chance to play here tonight. He has been given the clearance to play, and boy, he's going to get a chance here for Florida Southern. And we see Tampa also making a sub. Looks like Nikola Kovacek is in, and the free throw is good by Young.
Everybody really excited for Ajike. He hasn't played this season, injured in the offseason, and back for a third year. Got the ball now.
Here is Donovan Smith, 90 seconds to go. Cavallari would love to get it to Ajike to get his first touch. Can he get his first basket up? Got it! Oh, how about that? Ajike gets it done. And the Mocs go over 90, and the bench is exploding for Florida Southern. Driving through, the runner is good by Justin Anderson for Tampa. Coming up on a minute to go, the Mocs lead at 24. Boy, that's good. There it's again, in and out. Rebound, Cavallari. He keeps it alive. Buccino for three. Got it! Riley Buccino nails the three. Holy cow. Mocs by 27.
Having fun now, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Buccino just got poked. They're going to play on. He gets it back. Dumps it down. Cavallari scores. Cavallari's got four. And the Mocs have blown it wide open. They have 48 points in the first half and 48 points in this one. Bryant just missed. Jones the rebound, and Mike Donnelly says enough. Whoop. Going to get a foul, so nothing you can do about that. Young will get the foul. So free throws coming up, I believe, for Jones. Well, let's see. No, it's only 3 team fouls. My bad, only 3. So now they're going to hold it, and it is going to end 96-67. And for the second straight game, the Mocs have really looked good in this one. Time ticking down. Everybody gets to play. And, John, that is exactly what you want to see.
Absolutely. It is a dominant victory for the Mocs. And when you talk about separating yourself from the top half to the bottom half of the conference, this was a statement victory. 29 points, and big one for the Mocs.
Yeah, it sure was. 96-67. We're going to get Mocs head coach Mike Donnelly to join us momentarily here. A really, really good win for Florida Southern against a Tampa team that won against Eckerd. They had lost a few in a row, but a team that has played pretty well this season. And, boy, what a good sign to see Babatunde Ajike in motion there for Florida Southern.
Yeah, and he had a big smile on his face. And you talked about it. This is just a big momentum builder. 2 in a row now for Florida Southern. Had to do a big one against Florida Tech now on Saturday. And this is the kind of momentum they were looking for. Huge win over their rivals.
Yeah, sure is. They wind up with 3 players in double figures, but 2 more with 9. And, boy, what a game for Dominic Denny. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Boy, you can't do much more than that. And who are they? Oh, they are celebrating with Babatunde Ajike, as they well should, because it has been a long, long road back for him trying to get this going. He's a senior, so I understand he'll be graduating this year, so they want to give him as much chance as possible. And everybody getting involved in this picture here on the Babatunde Revival here at the Streamline Sale Court inside the Jenkins Fieldhouse. A great win for the Mocs. And I think we're going to have Carl Van Gelder down there with E.J. Damberville.
Yeah, he had a big day.
So let's go ahead and send it down to Carl Van Gelder. He is with E.J. Damberville.
Hey, thanks, guys. Down here with EJ, 18, 14, and 6. Big game today, all-around good game. How did you guys execute so well on the offensive end against Tampa today?
Man, we just had a good vibe these last couple of days during practice. We had to get back to our ways. We got everybody back, so that's great, and it's time to make a roll. And like I said, the last couple of days during practice, we've had a good vibe, and it just translated onto the court today. Played together, played as a unit, 5 options, and I was able to have a good game, but that's all credit to my guys.
You were talking about how you guys really worked as a team today. On the defensive end, you guys were doing really good communicating and getting steals and moving that onto the offensive end. How do you guys really hope to continue that success for the future games today?
Man, that's what we got to do to win. Like, when we play Nova and the other top teams, like, that's what we have to do. So it starts now. We got to get comfortable doing that consistently. And if we can do that, we're going to be one of the top teams too as well.
Awesome. Thank you, EJ.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We are now with Mocs head coach Mike Donnelly following a 96-67, what turned out to be a blowout here against the University of Tampa. And, there are a lot of things to talk about here, but anytime you have a game like this, it just feels good for me to see a lot of guys getting a chance to play and some of them really executing well here down the stretch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Without question, Jim. Great win, really good team effort. I was really pleased that, we've been saying to the guys, like, we haven't played since last Wednesday here at home. We play really well. And we said to the guys in the pregame, said last Wednesday wasn't us. We had, for whatever reason, that wasn't us. But Saturday was, before the game, during the game, after the game. And then Monday and Tuesday, it was us. And I said, tonight's got to be us. That's how we're going to get back. Like, we got to get our rhythm back, our flow back, our energy back. And then we said at halftime, the first 20 minutes was us. Like, now our next 20 minutes have to be us. So we just, at this point, we just still got to keep getting better. And I think tonight we took a step forward.
Well, 2 numbers really jump out at me. 54% shooting from the field, which is tremendous. 5 total turnovers in this game. That is exceptional.
Yeah. The guys did a good job. We were preaching the last couple of days. No unforced turnovers because Tampa, they're not very deep, so they don't pressure the ball a ton, but they have good, they're a good positional defensive team. And they only forced 9 turnovers a game, so it was really, really important for us to make sure we're getting shots down the floor and also to dictate tempo. Because they're down some guys as well. They do a good job at dictating tempo, and that was important for us to not just give it away and have them kind of slow the ball down.
Yeah.
We wanted to get shots at the rim because, right now we're in a good flow and a good rhythm offensively. I don't know how many assists we had, but
we'll check that out here in just a minute here. I'll look if I can scroll this thing down properly here, which I sometimes do and sometimes don't. There you go, 26 assists on 39 made baskets. It's 2 of every 3.
That's great. And then, the other night against Rollins, we had 28 assists, 8 turnovers, so that's a step forward for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you had a lot of guys get a chance, as I mentioned. It was good to see, though. Jaden Booth looks 100%. It looks that way. And when you watch EJ, he gets 14 rebounds tonight. And Dominic Denny had the first 5 or 6 rebounds of the game for you guys.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I said to him at halftime, I said, hey, man, you got 7 rebounds. Go get us 12. And he finished with 8. That's got to be a career high.
Yep.
I thought Dom was really, really good tonight.
Yeah, 9, 8, and 7 for him. And again, he's a distributor as much as anything else.
Yeah, he really sees the floor well. He really can push the ball in transition. I thought he was poised out there. He was ready to get the starting nod. I'm happy for Dom. He's starting to turn the corner for us.
Yep.
And like I said in the previous broadcast, now he's putting together, he's stacking some good days, stacking some good games. And, you see him playing with more confidence, which every player needs. And, we're going to need that because he just brings a different element at that guard position. And, I'm just happy for him because he had another really good game for us.
Well, there were early moments in the game where Luke Anderson really shined, I thought, and he wound up shooting 6 of 8 from the floor, getting 17 points, and really only missing those 2 shots, hit all 3 of his threes, both of his free throws.
Yeah, no, he hit some shots early for us, which kind of loosened some things up, and then he hit those 2 threes in the second half. I thought we really had great ball movement on those 3-point shots. That was another thing. We wanted to make them chase us with our actions, stretch them out in to out. And the guys did a good job doing that. And you always look better when you make shots, and we I don't know how many threes we made tonight.
Yeah, I think it was 11. Well, here we go. 11 of 26.
Okay,
42%.
So 42%.
Yep.
We'll take that all day.
Yep, no question about it. Well, again, it was good to see everybody get a chance to play, and now you've got a tough one coming up here Saturday against the Florida Tech team that you played really well against on the road and winning the game. But, I looked at that roster and I'm thinking, man, I've seen these guys before. It looks like they're really a veteran team.
They are. They are a very experienced team. They're having a great year. I know they were playing Eckerd this evening. And that's a big game. It's the second time through the conference now. Yep. We had a big win where we rallied in the second half down at their place.
Mm-hmm.
But they're really physical. They're really good. They have great guards with good size. They have a big, really good big kid in Mekhi Noble. They're tough. They're really tough. And, it's going to be a grind-out physical game. And, what I like from us, though, I see our legs. Like, we lost our legs for a while with everything that we were going through. And I just see us playing with a lot of confidence right now. And that's all we need to focus on these next couple of days, take care of our bodies, keep that rhythm, keep that energy going in practice, and we need legs. And we got to be quicker off the floor and do those types of things to kind of really get our energy going on Saturday.
Well, Florida Tech did beat Eckerd tonight by an 80-76 count. Eckerd gave them a pretty good run. So it'll be interesting here on Saturday. And I look at this, too, one other stat. Tampa goes 1 of 16 from 3. And I thought a lot of those were contested.
Yeah, they were. I thought we did a good job with their ball screens. We were concerned about that. And we kind of sped them up a little bit, which is what we wanted to do. And then we'll just get ready. Saturday's a big game. We always say, you guys come to Florida Southern to play in big games, and Saturday's a huge game for us.
Well, second half of the season begins on Saturday. Let's go in another one.
All right, very good. Thanks, Jim.
All right, head coach Mike Donnelly following the big win here, 96-67. John, any final thoughts from you?
Well, it's just good to see him get back on the right track with, string together a couple wins here, especially heading into that big one against Florida Tech. Like I said, they're going to move to 7-3 now, and the Mocs trying to separate themselves a little bit. So 6-4, and a chance to sweep the season series and move into second place if they can with a win on Saturday.
Well, John, as always, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We'll see you on Saturday. Lawton Bauer, thank you very much for the production. My thanks to Billy, for Mackenzie and Alyssa, for the camera people. And most of all, thanks to you for watching. Good win tonight for the Mocs on the men's side. The women gave a good effort against the number 7 team in the country. Came up a little bit short. And we'll all be back in action here on Saturday night. Women at 5:30, men at 7:30. We hope you can join us then. I'm Jim Henderson. Again, final score on the men. There it is. Big win for the Mocs tonight over their arch rivals, the University of Tampa. The 100th career win for the Mocs against UT. We'll talk to you again on Saturday night right here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.